Welcome to Bethlehem Institute of Engineering. Bethlehem Institute of Engineering is affiliated to Anna University, Chennai and approved by AICTE, New Delhi. This institution was established in the year 2008.
Welcome to all for Communication Engineering class. In this video, we will discuss about amplitude modulation and its mathematical representation of an AM signal. First, what do you mean by amplitude modulation? Amplitude modulation is the process by which amplitude of the carrier signal is varied in accordance with the instantaneous amplitude value of the modulating signal. In amplitude modulation, the other two parameters, that is frequency and phase of the carrier, remains constant. So amplitude modulation means amplitude of the carrier signal is varied. Carrier is the high frequency signal. That high frequency carrier signal amplitude is varied in accordance with our message signal or modulating signal. And in amplitude modulation, the frequency and phase of the carrier will remain constant. And this amplitude modulation is simply called as DSB-FC. DSB-FC means double sideband full carrier. So the meaning is it contains double sidebands. That is, it consists of two sidebands. The sidebands are named as upper sideband and lower sideband, and also it consists of a carrier signal. So AM is simply called as double sideband full carrier system. And next one is the mathematical or time domain representation of an AM wave. So always the modulator requires two signal. One is the message signal and the another one is the carrier signal, that is the high frequency signal. Always the carrier signal frequency is high compared to our message signal frequency. And the modulating signal is represented by the letter Vm of t, that is equal to Vm cos omega mt. Consider this is equation number 1, and this equation, this Vm represents the amplitude of the modulating signal. And the carrier signal is represented by the letter Vc of t, that is equal to Vc cos omega ct. And here the Vc represents amplitude of the carrier signal. And the amplitude of the carrier signal is changed after amplitude modulation. Okay. Carrier amplitude only varies. Okay. Suppose if the carrier frequency varies, means it is named as frequency modulation. And suppose if the phase of the carrier varies with respect to our message signal, means that is called phase modulation. Okay. Here amplitude of the carrier is varied with respect to our message signal. Okay. Here the amplitude modulated wave, our aim, we are going to find the value of amplitude modulated signal. So VAM is equal to Vc plus Vm of t, because Vc is the amplitude of the carrier signal. Now we know the value of Vm of t, that is in equation number 1. Substitute 1 in 3. We will get Vc plus Vm cos omega mt. I am taking Vc as outside. If I am taking Vc as outside, then 1 plus Vm by Vc cos omega mt. So I am going to give one substitution. I am going to consider this term Vm by Vc as Ma. So the equation is changes into VAM is equal to VC into 1 plus MA cos omega MT. Here MA represents the modulation index of AM. The modulation index of AM is represented by the letter MA, and its formula is MA is equal to VM by VC. Here VM represents the amplitude of the modulating signal or message signal, and this VC represents the amplitude of the carrier signal. So modulation index is defined as the ratio of peak amplitude of the message signal to the peak amplitude of the carrier signal. And already we know the expression for message signal or modulating signal, that is Vm of t is equal to Vm cos omega mt, and our carrier signal is represented by Vc of t is equal to Vc cos omega ct. Similarly, the AM wave can be expressed as VAM of t is equal to VAM cos omega ct. And now substitute, already we have the value of VAM. VAM is in equation number 4. In equation number 4, we have the value of VAM, that is equal to VC into 1 plus MA cos omega MT. Okay. Now substitute the value of VAM in equation number 5. Okay, once you substitute, you will get the value of VAM of t is equal to VC into 1 plus MA cos omega MT into cos omega CT. So we know the value of omega. Omega is the angular frequency term, and its value is 2 pi f. So omega is, the value of omega is 2 pi f. So from that we can write the value of omega m is equal to 2 pi fm, and omega c is equal to 2 pi fc. So in the next step, just substitute, replace omega m by 2 pi fm and omega c by 2 pi fc. So once you replace, you will get the value of VAM of t is equal to VC into 1 plus MA cos, replace omega m by 2 pi fm. Okay. So 2 pi fm t into cos 2 pi fct. So this equation 6a and 6b are called as time domain representations of an AM wave. And in equation number 6a and 6b, there is having a term called MA. MA is the modulation index of an AM wave. So this is important for 2 marks. So modulation index is defined as the ratio of maximum amplitude of the maximum amplitude of the message signal to the maximum amplitude of the carrier signal. And this is the expression of the this is the waveform for sinusoidal signal, and the first diagram shows the modulating signal or message signal, baseband signal or information signal, and its peak amplitude is Vm2 minus Vm, and the second one is our carrier signal. So in this diagram, so the amplitude of the carrier is constant, is it? So the amplitude of this, in the second diagram, the carrier signal amplitude is constant. But in the third diagram, see, the carrier amplitude varies, is it? So the carrier amplitude varies. So this third waveform is called as the amplitude modulated wave. So already we studied what is amplitude modulation. Amplitude modulation means amplitude of the carrier signal is varied with respect to our message signal or modulating signal. So in the third diagram, see, the carrier amplitude varies with respect to our message signal. Okay. So in the second diagram, carrier amplitude is constant, but in the third diagram, the carrier amplitude varies based on the message signal. And the shape of this amplitude modulated wave is called as AM envelope. The shape of this amplitude modulated wave is present in third figure, is it? So this shape of this amplitude modulated wave is called AM envelope, that is identical to the, and its shape is identical to the shape of modulating signal or message signal. So the shape of the AM envelope is identical to the shape of modulating signal. And next one is frequency spectrum of an AM wave. Now we are going to discuss about the frequency spectrum of an AM wave. So just now we derived the AM wave equation. So the AM wave equation is VAM of t is equal to Vc into 1 plus Ma cos omega mt into cos omega ct. Now multiply this. Once you multiply Vc cos omega ct plus Ma Vc cos omega mt into cos omega ct is it. So this equation is of the form cos A cos B. Okay. So this equation is of the form cos A cos B. So consider cos omega ct as cos A and cos omega mt as cos B, because the reason is always the carrier signal frequency is very much high compared to our modulating signal frequency. So omega c is the carrier frequency term and omega m is the modulating signal frequency term. So consider cos omega ct as cos A. Omega ct is A. Okay. So cos omega ct is cos A and cos omega mt is cos B. Now expand using the formula cos A cos B. We know the formula cos A cos B is equal to cos of A minus B plus cos of A plus B the whole divided by 2. So here we have a term cos omega mt and cos omega ct. Now expand this. I am going to consider omega ct as A because carrier is the high frequency signal. So cos of A is omega c and t is the common term. So I am taking it as outside. So cos omega c minus omega m into t plus cos of omega c plus omega m into t the whole divided by 2. Now substitute the value here. So once you substitute, you will get the value of VAM of t is equal to Vc cos omega ct plus Ma Vc by 2 into cos of omega c minus omega m into t plus cos of omega c plus omega m into t. Now multiply this. So once you multiply, you will get Vc cos omega ct plus Ma Vc by 2 into cos of omega c minus omega m into t plus Ma Vc by 2 into cos of omega c plus omega m into t. So the expression for AM wave consists of 3 terms, is it? So this equation number 1 consists of 3 terms. So the first term is an unmodulated carrier signal, and the second term represents the sinusoidal signal at frequency Fc minus Fm, and that is called as the lower sideband frequency. Lower sideband. So simply it is expressed as LSB. LSB means lower sideband. So the second term is called lower sideband, and its frequency is represented as Fc minus Fm, and its amplitude is MAVC by 2. And the third term is a sinusoidal signal, and its frequency is Fc plus Fm, and that is called upper sideband, and its abbreviation is USB, and its amplitude is MAVC by 2. Okay, so the carrier, so the amplitude modulated wave consists of three terms. So already I told this is this AM signal can also be named as double sideband full carrier. The reason is it consists of two sidebands and carrier. The two sidebands are named as upper sideband and lower sideband, and another one is the carrier signal. So here the carrier amplitude is Vc, and lower sideband amplitude is lower sideband and upper sideband having same amplitude value MAVC by 2 and MAVC by 2, and the lower sideband frequency is Fc minus Fm, and the upper sideband frequency is Fc plus Fm. And this is the frequency domain representation of an AM wave. So the upper sideband frequency is represented by the letter FUSB, and the lower sideband frequency is represented by the letter FLSB. And its formulas, FUSB is from the previous derivation. What is the frequency value of lower sideband? That is equal to Fc minus Fm. Since we know the value of omega c is 2 pi Fc and omega m is 2 pi Fm, is it? So for both the terms 2 pi is a common term. So if I am taking 2 pi as outside, then cos 2 pi into Fc minus Fm, is it? Similarly for the upper sideband, cos 2 pi into Fc plus Fm. So this Fc minus Fm and Fc plus Fm are the two sideband frequencies. So the upper sideband frequency is Fc plus Fm, and the lower sideband frequency is Fc minus Fm. Now I am going to mark the values in a graph. So this graph is drawn. This graph is named as frequency representation of an AM wave, and this graph is also important for 2 marks. So this is also a repeated question, and so this graph is drawn between amplitude versus frequency. Amplitude versus frequency, and at the center we are marking the carrier frequency value. So here carrier frequency is Fc, and lower sideband frequency is marked the left side of the carrier, and upper sideband is marked at the right side of the carrier signal, and the lower sideband frequency is Fc minus Fm, and the upper sideband frequency is Fc plus Fm. Then mark the amplitude values. Already from the derivation we know it's the carrier amplitude is Vc, and the lower and upper sideband amplitude is MAVC by 2. Now mark all the values. Then next one is the bandwidth of an AM wave. So this bandwidth is represented by the letter B. So bandwidth is the difference between upper sideband frequency minus lower sideband frequency. Bandwidth is the difference between upper sideband frequency minus lower sideband frequency. What is upper sideband frequency? That is Fc plus Fm, is it? Upper sideband frequency is Fc plus Fm and lower sideband frequency is Fc minus Fm. So once you multiply this, then next step what will obtain? Fc plus Fm minus Fc minus into minus plus Fm. So Fc minus Fc value 0 remaining is Fm plus Fm, that is 2Fm. So the bandwidth required for AM signal is twice the message signal frequency or modulating signal frequency. So the bandwidth required for AM signal is twice the message signal frequency or modulating signal frequency. FM is the maximum frequency of the modulating signal. Next one is the phasor or vector representation of an AM wave. Phasor or vector representation of an AM wave. So the amplitude, so this graph shows the phasor representation of an AM wave. So always the carrier amplitude Vc is taken as reference phasor. Okay. So this carrier amplitude is taken as Vc is taken as reference phasor, and the upper sideband frequency is marked above the reference phasor and the lower sideband frequency is marked below the phasor. So while drawing the phasor representation, so three things you have to consider. First, the carrier wave amplitude Vc is taken as the reference phasor. Okay, the carrier wave amplitude Vc is taken as reference phasor. So first mark the carrier amplitude. Here what's the value of carrier amplitude? So from the expression, its amplitude is Vc, is it? So refer the previous, yes, here, see the equation number 1. What's the amplitude of the carrier? Its amplitude is Vc, is it? And what about the amplitude of lower and upper sideband? Its amplitude is Ma Vc by 2, is it? For both the lower and upper sideband, the amplitudes are Ma Vc by 2. Okay. So while drawing the phasor representation, so first the carrier wave amplitude Vc is taken as the reference phasor. Then mark the upper sideband and lower sideband. Upper sideband amplitude is marked above the reference axis and lower sideband is marked below the reference axis. Then the resulting amplitude of the resulting vector is the sum of two sideband phasors. The resulting vector is the sum of the two sideband phasors. And here the phasor for the upper sideband rotates in anti-clockwise at an angular frequency of omega m, and the phasor for the lower sideband rotates in clockwise with angular frequency of omega minus omega m. Okay, this is the phasor representation of an AM wave. And next one is modulation index. So already we discussed modulation index is represented by the letter Ma, and its definition is it is the ratio of maximum amplitude of modulating signal to maximum amplitude of the carrier signal. That is Ma is equal to Vm by Vc. What is Vm? Vm is the maximum amplitude of the message signal or modulating signal and Vc is the maximum amplitude of the carrier signal. So usually already I told the Vc value, carrier amplitude is greater than Vm to avoid distortion. And the modulation index values always lies between 0 and 1, and when the modulation index is equal to 1, then the meaning is Vc is equal to EVM. When Vc is equal to Vm, then we will obtain 100% modulation. When the modulation index is value is 1, then we obtain 100%. The meaning is we obtain 100% modulation. So to avoid distortion, take Vc is greater than Vm. Then percentage modulation. When modulation index is expressed in percentage, then it is called as percent modulation. When the modulation index is expressed in terms of percentage, means that is named as percentage modulation. So from the name itself, we can say it is, what is it? Expressed in percentage. So simply the modulation, if the modulation is expressed in percentage, then it is called percentage modulation. For example, if MA is equal to 0.5, then what about its percentage modulation? Into 100, is it? So 50% modulation. So its formula is percentage modulation index is equal to MA into 100. That is, substitute MA value. That is, what's the value of MA? It is Vm by Vc into 100. Next one is power relation in an AM wave. So now we are going to calculate the total power of an AM wave. So already we discussed the mathematical representation, frequency spectrum, phasor representation, all are we discussed. And the AM wave expression consists of three terms, is it? One is carrier, upper sideband, and the another one is the lower sideband. So the total power in the AM modulated wave can be expressed as Pt is equal to carrier power plus power in lower sideband plus power in upper sideband. That is, carrier power is represented by Pc and power in LSB is PLSB and power in USB is PUSB. And I am going to write the power value in terms of voltage. So the general formula is power is the product of voltage and current. So I am going to write the equation in terms of voltage. So using Ohm's law, and replace I is V by R. So Pc is equal to Vc squared by R plus PLSB. PLSB is V. So general formula is V squared by R. So for carrier, in the suffix I am writing it as C, and for power, lower sideband power, in the suffix you write LSB, and for in the upper sideband power, the suffix you write USB. I am going to take the RMS value. So RMS means root mean square value. Okay, first I am going to find the value of carrier power. I am going to find the power value one by one. First I am going to calculate the carrier power value. So the carrier power, so the formula is V squared by R. So this is a carrier. So in the suffix I am writing C. So now I am going to write the RMS value for this carrier voltage. So the RMS value of Vc is Vc by root 2, is it? RMS value of Vc is Vc by root 2. So replace Vc by root 2, the whole square divided by R. So Vc squared root 2 the whole square is equal to 2, is it? So Pc is equal to Vc squared divided by 2R. So this is the carrier power. Then I am going to calculate power in the sidebands. So we have two sidebands, upper sideband and lower sidebands. So the amplitude value of upper sideband and lower sideband is same, is it? So automatically its power value is also same. So the power in upper sideband and lower sideband is, so VUSB. So here also I am going to write the RMS value. Okay. So the RMS value of upper sideband is V upper sideband divided by root 2 the whole square divided by R. Now substitute the amplitude value of upper sideband, that is already we derived, is it? What is the RMS? What is the amplitude value? That is here, its amplitude value is MAVC by 2. For both the lower and upper sideband, its amplitude value is MAVC by 2. Okay. So only I told the power value for lower and upper sideband is same. Okay, just substitute amplitude value. So substitute 5 in 4. So you will get the value as lower and upper sideband power as MAVC by 2 divided by root 2 the whole square divided by R. So once you simplify, you will get the value of upper sideband and lower sideband power as MA squared VC square divided by 8R. Okay. Here PUSB is the upper sideband power and PLSB is the lower sideband power. We know the unit of power. Its unit is watts. Now I am going to split this equation. 8 can be expressed as 4 into 2 because I am going to write this equation in terms of carrier power. Already we know the value of carrier power, that is Vc squared by 2R. So I am going to write the power in terms of carrier, total power in terms of carrier. So for that, for our convenience, I am going to split this equation. Now in equation number 7, replace this Vc squared by 2R as Pc. Okay. Vc squared by 2R is Pc. Already we derived. So that is here. In equation number 3, we derive the value of Pc as Vc squared by 2R, is it? So replace in equation number 7 the Vc squared by 2R as Pc. Therefore the upper and lower sideband power is equal to MA squared by 4 into Pc. Now mark all the power values. So this is the graphical representation of power in an AM wave. So the carrier, so always mark the center frequency, carrier frequency FC. So the left side you mark the lower sideband frequency, upper sideband frequency, then mark the all the power values. So just now we derived the carrier power PCS Vc squared by 2R and LSB and USB is MA squared Vc by 4. So now we have the value of carrier power, upper sideband and lower sideband. So substitute all the values in equation number 1, that is total power PT is equal to PC plus PUSB plus PLSB. So we have the value of PC, PUSB and PLSB. Now mark all the values and we know what is Vc squared by 2R. Vc squared by 2R is carrier power. So replace Vc squared by 2R as Pc. So this in the second equation, so Pc is a common term, so take it as outside. Once you take Pc as outside, then Pt is equal to Pc into 1 plus, what's the value of MA squared by 4 plus MA squared by 4? That is MA squared by 2, is it? So suppose if the modulation index value is 1 for 100% modulation. So in that case, already we discussed Vc is equal to Vm means the system achieves 100% modulation. So that means MA value becomes 1. So once you substitute MA value as 1, then Pt is equal to Pc into 1 plus 1 by 2. 1 plus 1 by 2 is 1.5. So PT by PC is equal to 1.5 or PT is equal to 1.5 PC. So this is the total power value. Okay, thank you.